Let's invite the first guest on the show now. IOL Chemicals is in focus. While the stock is down 38% from its 52-week highs in the last 2 days, the stock has moved up. Today up 2%, but yesterday as well, the stock showed you a gain of 7 to 8%. Sanjay Chaturvedi, the CEO of IOL Chemicals, now joins in to talk about business. Mr. Chaturvedi, morning. This is Reema here. First on margins. On a quarter-on-quarter basis, you've seen your margins improve to 10%, but your guidance for the full year is 15%. How do you plan to scale up your margins from current levels? What will drive it?
Okay, so what will drive is, the volumes of the business and also better realization on prices. As you've seen from last quarter, where we were down in the single-digit EBITDA, this quarter we've come to about 11% or so, 10 point something, and we are very, very confident that going forward we will go to between 15 and 20%. What is helping us is see some raw materials we've seen easing. There was a period where the raw material pressure was very intense. And in some of those products, we've seen that easing off. And the prices of the APIs haven't really come down. So that would help us. And, I want to give a context here that what happened to, not just IOL, but overall the API industry at large is, we got used to a lot of KSMs and intermediates coming from China. And what has been happening in China is, one is certainly COVID related, and the other is, the energy prices in China have gone up dramatically in the last couple of years. And therefore, the prices of all raw materials and KSMs that are coming from China have gone up. Whereas the end prices for the formulations, because of the National Pharma Pricing Authority on the formulation side, have kind of stayed the same and in many cases come down. We've seen cases where companies have made a request for the formulation prices to go up. And I think the API industry is kind of caught in the middle here. So I certainly think that the worst is behind us, and we are very optimistic in terms of growing our business, both on the chemical side and the pharmaceutical side, and more importantly, growing the non-ibuprofen segment of our pharmaceutical division substantially more than the ibuprofen part.
Just getting some numbers in, 15 to 20% on margins. Will you get back to that level by Q4 FY23?
Yes, we would get back to that level.
And it'll sustain at these levels. This would be your medium-term margin guidance?
Yes.
Okay. You spoke about improving the non-ibuprofen business. How much does it contribute currently? What would you like it to reach up to? And you're also very bullish on the chemical segment. Could you talk about those plans?
Okay. So first I'll talk about the split between the ibuprofen and the non-ibuprofen part. We have already, non-ibuprofen already contributes about 35% to our total pharmaceutical revenue. And we think in the next 12 to 15 months, this number will go up to about 50%. So, the non-ibuprofen part and the ibuprofen should be almost equal in the next year, year and a half. The second question you asked me about was our investment plans in specialty chemicals. Yes, I'm happy to say that we've identified products that we want to be in, and we will be spending about 300 crores somewhere in the western part of India to set up a greenfield manufacturing for specialty chemicals. The portfolio of products has already been analyzed, and we are very confident of the technology. So the products that we get in will be based on three criteria. One is our technical capability, second is our supply chain capability, and the third is our market relations based on the customers that we serve already. So in other words, what I'm trying to tell you is that the amount of de-risking that is required has already been addressed. So we are very, very confident that when we make this investment, revenue will start coming within the 1 quarter of the plant commencement.
What is the growth rate for the pharma business? And in that, if you could break it up in ibuprofen as well as non-ibuprofen in terms of your growth guidance?
Okay. So I think the growth in volume has been there in ibuprofen, but in total value terms, it has been muted. And that's primarily because that product took, price decrease. But if I look at the non-ibuprofen part, I'm getting growth both in volume as well as prices.
Could you put some numbers in for the volumes and realizations for both ibuprofen as well as non-ibuprofen?
So in terms of growth, I would say that, the ibuprofen will grow in single digits, whereas the non-ibuprofen will grow in double digits.
Okay. Can you tell us about the key products for the non-ibuprofen? Because over there as well, there was some significant price correction, right?
Yes. So, our key products are metformin.
And paracetamol.
Yeah, paracetamol we have, and paracetamol, as you correctly mentioned, has seen a significant price correction in the last couple of months. But other than that, we have clopidogrel, which is form 2. We have, pantoprazole, we have levetiracetam, we have, a host of, fenofibrate, lamotrigine, a host of other products as well.
Okay. And your future plans also include exploring new geographies, and you want to de-risk the business with backward integration. Could you tell us how you're planning to achieve it, which are the new geographies, and what will be the capex required for that?
So, as I said, the new plant that we plan to put up in western part of India will be a combination of specialty chemicals and certain intermediates. Some of these are intermediates that would play into our existing product portfolio. And we are also doing a lot of R&D and pilot work currently. It would take us maybe at least another quarter or two before we can decide, the scale of the capex required for intermediates.
This new plant in Western India, I believe you've not even finalized or bought the land for it. But you still
think... we have not finalized. No, we have not finalized the land for it. We are talking to, a few experts. And I think in the next coming weeks, we will finalize that.
Okay. But it will still be up and running in 18 months? You will be able to start production?
Yes, certainly.
Okay.